Hey Marie, how we doing? Hey Jeff. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey Sandy. Hey Julia. Yeah, it's been really great, Gary's new device. Really amazing. How's everybody doing? Hey Patrick. Hey Susan. I'm just setting up because I'm gonna go left in TikTok too. Winchester Mystery House. Yeah, I'd love to go there too. Awesome, Marie. That sounds like a blast. Cool. I'm gonna go live on TikTok now. Give me a second. Paranormal ever. How we doing? No worries, Deb. I'm gonna go live here on TikTok and also talk about this weekend. And also remind everybody about the documentary. If you know, will you be doing a live hunt on Halloween? Yes, Anne. Absolutely. This weekend, 4 nights in a row, doing a road trip to hell with Miss Garrick. I'm gonna tell you all about it as soon as I get this TikTok going. If you're not aware. let's get this going here. Hey guys, hey Amber. I'm just going to be going live here on TikTok here as well. In a second. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get this going, guys. How are we doing, Paranormal Lover MW? Everybody in YouTube, do you guys watch Devil Down South yet? Are you aware that it released last night? I didn't get to come on live at YouTube yet. How we doing, Cody Blusky? I'm okay. Well, I didn't really sleep that well last night, to be honest with you. But hey, Randy, how we doing? Hey, everybody. Thank you, Nancy. Ghost emojis for Nancy over on YouTube. Thank you. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Megan. Green Team, what's up? I'm double whammy on here. I'm live on YouTube and as well on here on TikTok. Hello from Fallen Timber, Pennsylvania. Hey, Susan. How we doing? How we doing? What's up? Hey, Julia. Hello, Jules. Sandy. How's everybody doing tonight? No, thank you. Hi from New Jersey. What's going on? So, I was at a cemetery in Stratford, Connecticut. Well, yeah, we had some crazy stuff coming through at the cemetery. It was really nutty. Hello. Hello from Milford, not far. You too. All right, guys. So, hello from Texas. I know some people have just popped in. Again, this weekend we have a road trip to hell with Mr. Epic Eric. Hey, Lovin' Jay, how we doing? Trumbull, you're right down the street from me. We had some crazy responses at the haunted cemetery down the street. Hometown of Connecticut, nice. So this weekend we have crazy live investigating going on. We have Friday night and Saturday night. We have a haunted 1800s building. It's half a furniture store, half they use for an escape zone. We went to it last year. It was nuts. It was really active. It was creepy. Sunday night we have an archive of the afterlife, haunted museum, crazy haunted items. It's in a house, so it's like investigating a house filled with energetic items from all over the place. And then Monday night we have Bobby Mackey's. So it's a road trip to hell, another crazy trip with Mr. Epic Eric, Epic Paranormal TV. And I will be live streaming here on my YouTube channel as well here on TikTok throughout these investigations this weekend. It went well. Thank you, Ann. And again, to remind you, Devil Down South, the possession documentary about the case I wrote about in my second book, Shadow Chase of the In-Between. That was out last night. ScareNetwork.tv, the website, just the same way you watched Malefist last time. Um, and or you can download the app on Apple or Fire Stick for free and rent it for $3.99. And once you're done watching it, please leave us a review on IMDb. What's your thoughts? Good, bad, what all? Hello, Angela. Hello, Deviel. Day Lady sounds exciting. Yes. Um, and as always, guys, we do these trips, like Eric and myself, and we're always appreciative. Anyone who wants to donate, the PayPal link and my YouTube over here on my YouTube channel. Always thank you. It helps us to go towards all the hotels and the gas and all the stuff that we put together, renting these locations out. Hey, Nick. I know it's Halloween time. It's spooky time. 10 minutes from Bobby Mackey's. Nice. I've met Bobby Mackey's. I've sang with Bobby Mackey with his band. It's actually on my YouTube channel as well. Thank you, Vicky. Nice, Gretchen. Awesome. And please leave us a 9DB review when you're done. Hope you enjoy it. It's a really harrowing, emotional story. It's terrifying, but it's good awareness for what took place to sway people from messing around with the dark arts. Nice, Sandy. Could you leave us a review on IMDb? Really appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed them. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Tammy. Um, well, I think because their bodies are there and the energy's there and acknowledgement to the human beings in general, um, they want to feel like they're alive again. And when they feel that energy, that human energy, where their body resides, I think they might come back and communicate there. I don't think that these spirits are just sitting there in the cemetery at all times. I think they may go in other places, but again, all you can do is speculate. Belvin, I know a lot of people are finding me on TikTok. They thought I stopped streaming. I've been on YouTube for the last year. It's been pretty slow. It's like first it was really good, and then it started to slow down, and like people aren't getting notifications. It's really irritating. And I started live TikToking the last 2 weeks, and all of a sudden, all these people are like, "Where have you been?" So I'm gonna, these big investigations. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do TikTok and YouTube. You can look through two different perspectives, um, either on TikTok, but I have two infrared phones that you'll be able to see in the dark. So, um, nice, Nick. So I will be doing it from two different perspectives, and I'll leave one up on a tripod and walk around with the other, um, and stuff like that. And we'll be interchanging. I think Eric is doing the same thing. Nice. YouTube channel. You can click the link right from um, my TikTok profile. There's a little Instagram icon that leads you to my Instagram and YouTube. You can click from there, or you can just search on YouTube Sean Austin Paranormal, and you'll see my face. You'll say Sean Austin Paranormal and Music, Paranormal Investigation and Music, because I'm also a singer. Hello, how you doing? My grandma and father buried at Old Whiting. I wonder. Well, that sounds good, Morgan. I know some people just don't get notifications. I just, it's annoying. Um, when I was using Periscope, I had nothing less than 80 to 120 people watching all the time. And YouTube, it's just like people just tell me all the time, and I never know when you're going live. Groovy Gal. Okay, Sandy, that makes sense. Everyone with their screen names, I try to associate that stuff. So, thank you. Appreciate the likes and the shares. Yeah, you'll see during the live investigations what we do and how we investigate and the evidence that we collect. I was just at a cemetery before. We're getting some crazy stuff. No, I was supposed to do Dave Schrader's podcast, but then I was busy filming a project, so it's a little different. You'll be able to watch live on here on TikTok, or you can watch live on my YouTube. I'm going to be on both, but I'm doing a lot of live investigations on TikTok because it's doing really well. I just can't do both at all times, but this whole weekend, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'll be live on both. And Halloween weekend as well. We have three haunted locations: Friday night, Hallows Eve, and Halloween, all together, all free. And I'm doing this also as a Q&A for you guys to ask me questions. Anything you want to share about the paranormal, ghosts, whatever it is. Yeah, it's that time of month though, so the last couple of weeks of October is going to really be um, busy. Halloween itself scarier than any other hunt. I just think a lot more people acknowledge ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. So I mean, it energizes spirits because people are thinking about it more. I investigated never inside the house, but I went by the house and the grave of the DeFeo family, and I had lots of weird stuff happen to me. There's some clips regarding that on my YouTube with George Lutz following me, his spirit. The story I wrote about in my second book, Shadow Chaser: The In Between. I was waking up at 3:15 all the time, seeing black mist go through my ceiling, dreaming about the house. Really crazy stuff. Hearing flies buzzing in my ears in my bedroom. Um, Friend trying to prove to a friend who was a skeptic took him to a local cemetery um, with a lady in white, allegedly, that would chase you out. Three ladies in white. Good one. Sorry about that. Yes, I've come across children's spirits, definitely. Sorry for the scary noise. Before I knock this over, because I have wires this plugged in here. Okay. Are you? Am I truly scared? I've gotten used to a lot. My faith is what protects me. I can get startled when you're in a dark place, but that's not something that I would let get to me to a certain degree because that's how they use it against you. Fear. Doing all right? How you doing? Thanks for the follows, the shares, the likes, guys. I plan to get your new documentary tonight, Nick. If it's anywhere near as good as the last one, I'm super excited. Awesome, Nick. Please let us know what you think and leave us a review on IMDb. Hope you guys enjoy it. I used to watch on Periscope all the time. Isn't that funny? I lost thousands of followers because they closed that shit down. I was the most busy paranormal dude I think on Periscope. Um, Thank you. Appreciate you, United. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Sorry to hear about your brother. I'm sure, well, well, likewise. Glad you found me again. I went on YouTube for the last year, and it's been such a slow thing. I love Periscope, but it seems like there's a lot of the Periscope things on TikTok, and I'm reaching a lot of people that I lost. So I'm gonna be hitting hard on TikTok. So Sean, Sarah was asking about my third book. Um, the third book got delayed for now. I'll let you know because that the story is not done yet. So we have to see what happens first. Can't finish the story yet. Thought that things were going to happen when they got delayed. Well, everyone has psychic abilities. You're a spiritual being in a human body, so that ability is there. You know, sometimes it's a little harder for other people to tap into it, but it is there. What is your favorite piece of equipment to use? And I love using things that I can just talk to the ghosts. I mean, just like tonight, I had the APF processor by Gary Galkel on tonight the entire time almost, and like the responses that were coming through were just like ridiculous. It was just constant, ridiculous, just really, it's just amazing. And then to be able to rewind it and sit there and analyze in real time while you're investigating, that's something that's special. I've had lived in a few places that were haunted. Could it be me or the places? Sometimes it can be the person that's haunted. Sometimes, absolutely, or it could be the land, the location, the history. Yep, it's always been there, Georgia girl. Yeah, but yeah, just being able to communicate with spirits, one, two, three, like want to know what they're saying is see, feel, or hear are the three most important components to wanting to experience and understand. My favorite place to investigate. I mean, you know, I love going to new places because I've never been there. You never know what you're going to get. But even when you go back to places that you've been to before, it could be something different that night. It could be something mind blowing that you'll never forget for the rest of your life. So for them to know you're doing on TikTok, yeah, I posted that video. Hello, Laura, and some know that they're not here, and some do. There's just not one type of spirit. There's many. How you doing, Gino? I was wanting to talk to my boyfriend that past year. Understandable. Ghost adventures all day. Well, it's that time of month, so everyone has their own way of doing it. Yes, definitely. I think I may have been to one Masonic lodge. I'd like to do more. I think ghosts probably come out a little bit more in October just because of before what I was talking about. Um, people, you know, um, thinking about ghosts all the time. Acknowledgement energizes spirits. I mean, I've had so many creepy stuff happen. Hooved tails, fanged creatures with horns, shadow creatures, hooded figures. I mean, mists, children laughing, things growling at me, being pulled out of my bed by my ankle. I've been scratched, doors slamming, objects thrown. I mean, you do it for as many years as I'm doing. Like I've just and being a medium and sensitive to this stuff. It's a whirlwind of crazy shit. So hello, Nicole. Yes, Eric and I are investigating all this weekend. It is a little freaky. Yeah. Hello from Colorado. Halloween weekend, we got it all booked up. That's cool. Where at? Yeah. We're chatting about investigations about 12 years. Paranormal ghost hauntings. I'm a demonologist, a paranormal investigator. I'm an author on the subject. I'm doing for many years. Spirits can manipulate anything that's electrical, and I use apps, 100%. Vanilla Thunder, shoot me a message on TikTok if it's in Connecticut and you can get access to Masonic Lounge. I'm there with bells on. Pine Barrens, I know I've talked about potentially checking that place out, but I've never done a little investigation with the whole Jersey Devil. Well, I like scary, so that works out for me. I just noticed this feature. I've never noticed it before. That's hilarious. Okay. The place has stories from past members that would curl your hair. Interesting. Well, I'm all about it. So if you want to send me information, I'm totally game. I know the condo I live in is haunted. Interesting, Georgia girl. Yes. What does it mean when they move things? Do you have a certain spirit that comes and goes? It seems to. I mean, I get references to spirits that I've been around or locations I've been to before. That's something that does happen. If a spirit moves things, they're moving physical objects. If they're moving crazy heavy objects, and some people would think that they are doing they're a poltergeist of some sort. Sean, has anything weird happened to them since the filming of the documentary? Which documentary are you talking about? Thank you, Marilyn. How are you? Appreciate that. Well, if they're just moving small objects, they're probably trying to get your attention. Yeah, definitely. Remember. Where's that? Those are things that spirits do to get your attention. Most of the time people can't tap in, who are sensitive. Hello, space shifter. So they'll flicker the lights, they'll turn TVs on and off, they'll do little things like that. I'm doing okay, Shane. About yourself? Hmm. When you were at the graveyard earlier, did you see any dark shadows when it became cold around you? I thought I was seeing a couple of things in the corner of my eye. I was starting to feel a little bit eeriness, but it wasn't as dark as it was the other night when I was in the cemetery. There was definitely some more creepy things swirling around. Sister lived with me in the basement and swears my house is haunted. We have lights coming on and off. Yep. TV. Yep. They do stuff like that. Well, that's good, Shane. Glad to hear it. Hello, Erin. How we doing? Well, I was mentored by Ralph, which you probably know. Ralph Sarchi was the retired NYPD sergeant with the inspiration, hey Bill, of Deliver Us from Evil, a 2014 movie. Um, he also started out working with Ed and Warren, worked with many, um, well, the two most respected exorcists of our time, Bishop McKenna and Malachi Martin. He mentored me in demonology. Um, I do these Q&As to try to share my knowledge and stuff like that to help you guys to give a more broadened, um, insight on the paranormal, how I see it, how I approach it, my methods and stuff like that. So it gives a little bit more clarity to when I do the live investigations. So, see what happens from there. Hey, Jennifer. Well, this thing last year, my 3-year-old asked for her bike mounted on the wall, but I said no, it's bedtime. Ooh, nice, Jennifer. Hmm. Alfred, what's up? Hey, Jennifer. If it's different, Jennifer. You were banging the garage and bike that has been mounted for days. It's on the floor. Well, that's creepy, huh? Paranormal Amy? I don't know who that is. Plan for Halloween. Friday night we have Bergen House. Hallows Eve we have Hinsdale House. And Halloween we have Wildwood Sanitarium. The longest oppression? It's around a couple of weeks. The worst part of it. Adam, what is up, bro? I gotta get those numbers to you, bro. This month is crazy for someone like me, right? A lot of people are finding me from Periscope over here. So I know. I got to get it done. I just been running around. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow before I leave for the weekend. Adam Tweak did my website for me. He's a great guy, talented computer guy. Had a spirit department turn off my radio clock, pulled a tote bag off the floor, and lift the curtain far over the head in a matter of seconds. A man commits suicide found out next door. Well, that definitely could be connected and could make sense. Yeah, I hear you. It's more. It's like Periscope, Adam, a little bit. So YouTube has been lackluster. To be honest with you. Yeah, spirits are secretive, and sometimes they don't. That's why you hear a lot of spirits saying, "Get out and leave." They just don't want to deal with anyone. Well, that's the risk that you're willing to take. I know, Adam. I had no choice. Once Periscope ended, I'm like, I went to YouTube to see, and for the last year, it's stale. It's just stagnant. It doesn't build. It's just ridiculous. It's annoying. I just started doing it the last 2 weeks, but I posted videos last year, but I just decided to give live a whirl because some friends were telling me it's where it's at right now. So, and literally for the last 2 weeks, it's been going really well. So I figure when I do these big investigations, I go live both on YouTube and TikTok, and people can go jump back and forth and watch through different perspectives when I'm live. I got loads of external batteries, so I can do all night investigating. Worried about that. Lit had a question. I'm sorry for him. Why do spirits do not want to talk? Thank you, Erin the Empath, for the super chat. Ghost emojis for her. Um, I think it's not just one reason. Like I was just talking about, spirits have so many diversified issues, issues that they're dealing with on a conscious, energetic, spiritual level, to the point where they could be lost within themselves, and their personality that they had in life in the physical plane is still resonating to where they are. And if they're earthbound, that means they have not been able to let go of who they once were. So that's probably why. It could be guilt. It could be many different things. Thank you, Lit. I know, it's really frustrating. I agree. I've been using it for a year, and I was doing so well in Periscope, and they took it away. And I used it for so many years, and I had to start from scratch. I appreciate it. Haps TV apps. I know, I've heard about that, but it looks like TikTok's really doing well for me playing with this for the last couple weeks, so I'm going to give this a whirl. TikTok's one of the biggest things out there. Haps is like another experimental app, and I don't want to spend a lot of time and effort if all of a sudden the app just decides to close down. And I don't think TikTok's going anywhere anytime soon. But that's why I'm still going to continue to go on YouTube as well, because it keeps it there forever, and they're never going to close that down either. Do you think they're as scared as us as we sometimes are with them? Yeah, absolutely, Deb. Thank you, Aaron. Yes, I always pray for the spirits. Insanely buggy. Oh, wow. My work is haunted. Staff talked about the old man spirit at lunch one day since well, that's creepy. Wow. Maybe, Adam. I personally don't like. Yeah, well, you like what you like, but I will be live on both in these big investigations. But little investigations I've been doing live on TikTok because I can't hold both, and it's reaching a lot more people, and that's the issue here. But it sounds good, Adam. Hello, Doreen. Awesome cemetery thing before. Thank you, Paranormal Over, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Ghost emojis for her. Thank you so much. Yeah, the cemetery is wild, and that's why I've been going back there. People have been telling me you should go back there and get crazy stuff, and I did. The last week, it was really nuts. Last Friday night, I still have to like clip some of that out and put it on TikTok. I don't I don't judge anyone who has a different belief system than I do. Yeah, I hear that, Lit. Did your documentary drop this week? Yes. Yes, Solo Girl. Devil Down South Scare Network.tv. You can watch it right from the site, mirror it to your TV, or if you have a smart TV, use the browser and rent it for $3.99. There's a free app on Fire Stick and Apple. Download the app and you can stream it and rent it right from there as well. Or you could just subscribe for the months, watch everything, and you can even, if you don't, we're building content on there, so you can pay $5 and watch Malefice as well. And once you do, give us a review on IMDb. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Susan, definitely. Thank you, Nancy. Hello, St. James. Heather, hello. Yes, Devil Down South just came out, guys. It's a crazy possession case I dealt with. This poor girl's story. It's important to get it out there. Bring awareness to what can happen. No plans right now. It's just, that was I did so much with that and trying to find something. Khaleesi. Hello, Kathy Evans. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Morgan. Appreciate that. I'm gonna start a new live, guys, because mine's. I just have to switch over. I forgot. I'm like on my service on my phone. So follow me right now if you're new. Um, we're just talking right now about the paranormal, what's coming up this weekend for live investigations, but it's a Q&A. Everyone's sharing their stories. But give me a follow. I'm gonna start a new live because I forgot to go on my Wi-Fi. I use so many gigs when I go live on videos. I mean, I have like a 70 gig a month thing on my phone because I live stream all the time. Now I'm going to be live streaming with two phones, so got to make sure I'm on the Wi-Fi. Um, so I'm going to start a new live. So I'll be right back, and we'll continue this conversation. We'll talk more. Be right back. I was just talking about TikTok, guys, not YouTube. Do you find cemeteries have most activity over other locations? Sometimes, Ann. What case affected you personally the most out of all of them? Well, the one Devil Down South is definitely up there, and Malefus. Those are two prevalent, huge cases that I dealt with over the years, and they're huge. Watch the story, you'll know why. Malefus and Devil Down South are just serious stuff. I do find that some cemeteries, hey guys again, um, sometimes they can be really active, and some can than other regular locations at 100%. Yes, good questions. Hello again, Julia. Hello, Lindsay. Yeah, thank you, Morgan. I do too. Nice, Aaron. Definitely let us know what you think and throw us a written review. Really appreciate it. Will you be staying at the lake house in Maine soon? Yes, Khaleesi. In November. First week in November. From the 1st to the 7th. Hey, Lolo. Do I ski? I haven't skied in years. Yep, it's a scary story, man. It's really true. Awesome, Khaleesi. Nice trails. Nice. The scenic area up in Maine is just really beautiful. Yeah, watch Devil Down South, guys, if you're into spooky stuff and it's a true, crazy, insane story. And Malefist too. They're both on Scare Network. TV. Yep, it is sad. It is sad. But it's the reality of the situation. Maine is gorgeous. I agree. So the crazy investigations coming up this weekend is going to be nuts. Um, we're going to be live investigating. I am here um, many nights. I may even throw a fifth night in there if I'm driving home. So we got Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, um, all investigating all night haunted locations live here on TikTok and on my YouTube. We were talking about ghosts, hauntings. I'm a demonologist. I'm a medium, paranormal investigator. I'm an author. We're doing a little chat about stuff in the upcoming live investigations I'll be doing here on TikTok and YouTube. The first video of a documentary I was ever watched of Sean was the one where you helped the girl who was pregnant, possessed. That was freaky. I was hooked. Yeah, Lolo. That's the documentary that just came out, Devil Down South. That's her story. Appreciate it, guys if you're just coming in here. Appreciate the new follows, the shares, the likes. Ask me a question about the paranormal. Share your story. That just came out, Lolo. ScareNetwork.tv. Yes, I travel throughout the U.S. I'm driving to Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky this weekend doing all live investigations at haunted locations. Thank you, Julie, as always. 100%. Let me share a story. God, I have so many. I've got like ghost stories for like two lifetimes. Um, all right, I'll tell you one. So, sorry if I miss your. Hey, from Ontario. Okay, so I'll tell you a really good story that's in my first book, Shadow Chaser, that I wrote. Chicago, welcome. Hey, Joshua from Australia, welcome. Um, so when I first got involved in the paranormal, I went to my cousin's house. It was within the first year, and my cousin's into the paranormal, watches the ghost shows, and we were there. A bunch of our families there, cousins and uncles and stuff like that. And she sat me down, and it's her daughter's birthday, and there's Hello Kitty cars everywhere, all over the place, and they're all in front of us. We're sitting around in a big circle in the living room. There's about nine of us or something like that, 9 or 10 of us. And all of a sudden, she's like, "Do you think Grandma and Grandpa are here?" And like right when she said that, the light flickered, and then this Hello Kitty car, like this size, with the big cat face on it, sits there, and um, all of a sudden, the wheels started to go, and then she's like, "Whoa, what was that?" I'm like, "I don't know. Is that a sign that they're trying to, show us that they're here?" So that popped in my head. So I put the car on its wheels, and I asked her, I'm like, "Grandma, Grandpa, if that's you here, can you move the car towards your granddaughter who's sitting next to me?" And the car went up and hit her shoe. And she's like, "Oh, come on, crazy. Are you serious?" Like, so then we ask again, "Grandma, Grandpa, if that's you, could you move this car again and aim it towards your other granddaughter who's on the other side of the room across from me, like over this way?" And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the car backs up, does a 3-point U-turn, and aims right towards our other granddaughter. And everyone in the room is screaming. They're going like, "No, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on?" And like my cousin's like husband's skeptical, and he's like, "Oh, come on, where's the batteries? Where's the plug in this damn thing?" And so we open up the plastic, and the batteries are still in the plastic thing. The batteries, for the remote. It's not even in the remote. And all of a sudden we ask one more time, "Grandma, Grandpa, if that's you, could you move it towards your son, who's my Uncle Jim, who's sitting over on this side of the room?" Again, the car backs up, does a 3-point U-turn, and aims right towards my uncle Mike. And everyone's screaming. And my uncle gets up. He's like, I need another drink. Gets up, walks away to get a drink, and then my cousin's skeptical husband sitting there like, I don't know what to say. I have no answer. I don't know what to do. And to me, that's just one of those pleasurable moments of someone who's skeptical when I try to tell people when they come in and they say, oh, ghosts are bullshit and all this crap, is that if you witness something that's unnatural, that has no rational explanation for it, that is why we call it the unexplained. And these days when you have a lot of people that do these videos and they do it for attention and they fake crap, they make a bad name for people like myself who are passionate about the subject. And when real stuff does happen, it's rare, but it's special and magical when it does. And that's why people like myself and others who really care about doing this will sit 8 hours in a location and wait for little nuances and little pieces of activity and stuff that can happen. And that's why I've been doing this for so many years. Sorry if I missed some of your questions. Some of you want me to tell a story. So I hope that was a cool story for you. And I have plenty of more I can tell you, but sorry. You guys get a lot of shadow people up there. We got shadow people. Absolutely. Um, okay. Yep, just came out last night. Devil Down South. Thank you guys for the new follows. If you're just coming in, we had a wind chime hanging in our living room and never chimed until after my dad passed away. Again, hey Scooter Pie, gosh, blast from the past. Um, it's comforting to get experiences from loved ones, and when that's they're making you have a sign or some sort of thing to associate to let you know that they're okay. Um, I do a lot of investigations on my own, and I bring on people, colleagues, different colleagues. But I am a demonologist, and I take on cases and help people when the cases come to me that are legit and genuine. And I do a lot of research of the paranormal. I investigate haunted locations all across the country. I wouldn't say I'm like on like a team. I do my own thing type of deal. You love my brother's house and his daughter's house. I think they are the same spirit. Interesting. Hi there, Patty. Can you take in the same sickness as the person that died in the home? I think you can have clairsentient or empathic abilities where you could be picking up emotions or something to a degree. Have you ever been in a situation where you just froze? What? Scared? We've had so many investigations performed here in Mississippi. Love your passion for what you do. Thank you, Mandy. Appreciate that. How do you explain ghosts? What do you mean? In general? I believe in ghosts or hauntings till I started working in healthcare. What made you discount that? Pussfoot, what is up, man? Yes, yes, yes. Hate fakes. Congratulations on all your compliments. Thank you, Aaron. Really appreciate that. Thank you for bringing awareness to the world. Thank you. Nice, kind words. Really appreciate that. The teaser came out months ago, yes, for Devil Down South, but it's officially out now. ScareNetwork.tv. You guys get a lot of shadow people. Saw that already. Okay. Just making sure I miss you guys. Okay. Thank you guys for the follows, the shares, and the likes. Again, this weekend, gonna be 4 nights in a row investigating. I'm going to the Hinsdale house for my fourth time, Hallows Eve, live here on my TikTok and YouTube. Thank you, Scooter Pie. I posted a video of a house because I was drawn to it, and after I looked back, the video I heard something weird. You think witchcraft is inviting demonic activity? Well, perfect example is the documentary I just released last night, Devil Down South. Look at the trailer on YouTube. It's about a girl who messed around with witchcraft. She's been bullied in high school, had a rough life. She invited evil in, and she became possessed while she was pregnant, and it's an insane, harrowing story. And shows you again why that is the case. It is dangerous. Yes, I'm friends with Dan Kloss, the owner. He's a great guy, and he's very heavy into the paranormal field, passionate about it. Um, I guess I've attained the name demonologist for about 2.5 years now. I was mentored by Ralph Sarchi. NYPD Sergeant was the inspiration for the movie Delivers from Evil with Eric Bana as a cop. It's a real guy. He mentored me in demonology. He's been a demonologist for many years, for 30 years. He worked with Henry Warren, Father Malachi Martin, and Bishop McKenna, who worked very heavily with the Warrens as well. I know who James Long is. I've never really spoke with him. Hello from Florida. Have you ever been to the Titanic Museum? No, but I'd love to. I've been to the Ripley's Believe It or Not and investigated that before. That's a place that I could go back to. I know the managers down in Maryland. They let me investigate that place, so I think you guys would love, even some of you that have been to before. Um, they've had Titanic items at some of those places. I've experienced demons during sleep paralysis. Lord's Prayer made it go away each time. That's right. Me too. Many times I've been visited by very many evil things. Have a good one, Aaron. Thank you so much. They do have their, we do have our own app, Nick. It's just available right now on Fire Stick and Apple. So if you go to Fire Stick and type in Scare Network, you can download the app and rent the titles right from there. I'm a paranormal investigator, demonologist, medium, and author, also singer-songwriter. Those are my two passions, spirituality and music. I've been doing the paranormal for about 12 years, published two books. I've been on TV, Travel Channel, Discovery Plus, uh, Ghost Loop show 2 years ago, and Demon Files. Those are the two shows that I've been on. And I just filmed and released two documentaries regarding paranormal crazy stories that I was involved with. I wrote about in my books. Thank you guys for the new follows. Welcome. If you're into live investigations, definitely give me a follow. I was just doing a live investigation here earlier at a cemetery, and I'll be doing one all probably for the next, you know, 5 days in a row. So definitely give me a follow. Well, a demonologist, it's the way you approach helping people and having a knowledge about the demonic, how they haunt and attack people, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and how to deal with that sort of thing. What about shadow people? My YouTube channel, just search Sean Austin Paranormal, SeanAustin, or click the Instagram icon in this profile of my TikTok, and it'll bring you to my YouTube and my Instagram. The documentaries, Devil Down South, just released last night, and Malefice, Malefice. You can watch a true story, both of them on YouTube, the trailer, and you can watch both on scarenetwork.tv or download the app on Fire Stick or Apple. How do I create blocks from loved ones who have passed? What do you mean blocks? Shadow people? Well, it depends. I mean, it could have been a human in life or it could be an inhuman spirit. It depends the characteristics of what it looks like, the experience that comes along with it, the feelings or the environment or the event that takes place around what the shadow is, and what kind of manifestations it does besides just seeing a shadow. So, what do you think about haunted dolls or objects? You're going to see lots of haunted dolls this weekend at the Haunted Museum. There's going to be some creepy shit in that place. How do you feel about the Shadow Hat Man? It's interesting. I've seen something with a guy wearing a hat too. I don't know if it's the same entity, but there's a lot of people that have actually experienced it all over the world, um, and they've had a negative connotation to the experience. My faith is my protection, and if I fear things, it undermines my faith, and they'll use it against me. So, do my best not to fear. It amazes me how people believe in angels but not believe in demons. I agree. Skinwalkers are just another term, which they could be demons too. It's like kind of like Jinn. Thank you, Khaleesi. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like them. Sorry, I'm like multi. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything here. What's the next after attaining a demonologist title or skill? I don't know, Alfred. I just keep doing the work. That's pretty much it. Shadow, I found you. That's frightening. Do you ever get scared? So is it possible to disturb spirits when you are doing renovations? Absolutely. Just like you do see in some of the elements of movies. You can, if spirits are earthbound and they're associated with that house, they're attached to it, they care about it. Um, it could kind of ruffle some spiritual, emotional feathers and, messing with something that they're not liking, and they're going to make you aware of that. And for whatever the reason, it does heighten the activity. I've seen an 8 foot black shadow at 8 years old. I've seen 8 foot shadows myself too, hooded ones. One time I was in a cemetery by myself. Some of these people might be in the chat. I was live streaming on Periscope, and a growl came through my spirit box. My phone turned off. My video turned off. It said Legion, and I saw an 8 foot shadow standing right in front of me, hooded, staring at me. How we doing? Thank you, Baker's Lady, for the rose. Ever asked to break a curse? I mean, things like that do happen. You know, it depends on what kind of magic was used against a person. Thank you, Scooter Pie. Yeah, I've seen hooded things quite a few times. I miss Periscope too, Rachel. Thank you guys for the roses. Miss Calere, thank you. Alana, thank you for the rose. No problem. There's just a lot of factors at play. When you talk about a broad subject of what someone's dealing with, what was the exact curse? What's the magic ritual that was done? So you got to look into the specifics of the characteristics of the projections, the attacks onto a person, whether it's from a demon or an inhuman spirit, or if there's some sort of ritual that was used against a person. Can anyone connect with those who have passed on? Do you need to be psychic? Dreams are the easiest way to get messages from your loved ones. Your mind is fully open. Your rational mind is asleep, and you're in a meditative state to accept telepathic information from spirits. Do you believe in magic, though, and do you believe in good magic? I do have white witches in my family tree that allegedly did magic for good, but I don't mess around with any sort of that thing because some of it could be intertwined with something that's really walking a thin line. You made it out cement art without a scratch. I did. Cemetery, you mean? What is a white hooded person? I don't know, Vicky. It could be a monk. I don't know. How long have you known you were a medium? Within the first couple years of investigating the paranormal, I knew I was having a spiritual awakening. I didn't know at the time. I was worried that a demonic spirit was actually making me think that I was psychic because I thought to myself, why in the hell would I think that? Why would I become psychic in the middle of my life? All the stories you think about, you hear about kids are young and they're thinking like, wow, I'm like young and I have all these crazy experiences. Now I did have some omens, little weird things here and there, but it wasn't like so profoundly noticeable to the point where I was like, wow, I've already seen spirits since I was a kid. It was just like, boom. I opened myself up, engaged. First night, got a little girl's voice at a cemetery on EVP. The next night, I realized I had it. 2, 3 weeks later, I saw a shout of a little girl at the corner of my bed, and I was just, that was it. I mean, I knew that I was, my world was changed forever. My father told me in a dream that my sisters were going to die. 2 years later, they died. I've had friends and loved ones come with me to warn people and to be with them, to encourage them, and to help them along tough times because of people being sick and that maybe dying too. Um, do you ever help spirits find their way to the better place? Loving light, you should watch my live investigations. It's what I do all the time. I pray for spirits with the hope to help them send into light and get evidence of that hopefully and ultimately happening all the time. I've been doing it for years. If you've seen the show Ghost Loop on Travel Channel, it's on Discovery Plus. I was the lead investigator on that show, and I don't think you've ever seen that on TV before. That was the one thing I was proud of on that show is that I prayed for spirits and showed evidence of spirits crossing over. You don't see a lot of people doing that, and if you watch my live investigations, you will know that's something that is a big core element of something that I do all the time. The call-ins were great on Periscope, Julie. Yeah. I have dreams of death before people die. I try to warn them before it happens. It seems a black shadow man a few months before my boyfriend died. There's all little symbolic and weird things that can happen connecting to things that could be related. I have not met Zach. No, I've been to Zach's museum and it's insanely haunted, and I'd love to go back. My dad visited me in a dream and told me he had been trapped in a dark tunnel, horrifying things. Interesting. About struggling falling asleep alone with lights off. Do you think it's best to on or off? There's been some times where I definitely felt like threatened sleeping in a place where I'm like, oh, I just don't feel good. Like something is watching me and wants to harm me. But that's why I throw holy water around the room. But sometimes in some places I've slept in, I'm just like, the lights are gonna stay on until a little bit. What is the name of your show? What channel and days? Well, it aired on Travel Channel. You can watch it on Discovery Plus or rent the episodes on Amazon and all that stuff. Hulu. It's called Ghost Loop. It aired 2 years ago. Sean does help spirits cross over. It's beautiful and has an amazing YouTube channel. Thank you, Scooter Pie. Thank you so much. Yes, there's good and bad humans, and there's good and bad ghosts. Randy, have a good night. Sounds good. Again, to remind you guys about the trip this weekend, Road Trip to Hell Part 6 with my good buddy, paranormal colleague, Epic Paranormal, Eric. We are investigating haunted locations all night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Monday night to Bobby Mackey's, live here on TikTok and my YouTube. Um, it's going to be wild and very spooky and fitting for the time period of this month. Has there ever been an increase in paranormal through the years, and why? I think the more that people are open to spirituality and ghosts, the more of that will happen. Had a crazy dream the first night I slept there. Yes, Alex, that was crazy. I love getting responses like that. I need to clip that out. On and off, not that great. April. Is it recommend that folks stay protected spiritually regardless of beliefs? And I'm a firm believer. Whatever it is that you can't fight these things with fists or guns. So I mean, again, I don't judge anyone who has a different belief system than I do. I was brought up Catholic, and I approach it that way because I've had firsthand experience of evil spirits reacting to negatively of things of religious significance, and you can even see that on the documentary Devil Down South when the girl was possessed and she was speaking in a low tone voice like a man to me. I put a cross up to the phone. She's thousands of miles away, and she hissed at me right as I put the cross up to the phone. We did a case for Ghost Loop in Alabama. That was the last time I was there a couple years ago. You help people going through stuff. Yes. Paranormal wise, yes. Hope you feel better. I can't imagine what you go through. If you're talking about me, thank you. I mean, I'm okay. Yep, I've met Bobby Mackey. I sang with Bobby Mackey's band. I'm going to be back there on Monday. My fourth time there. It is an interesting spot. I feel like there's new generation all going that naturally born influence. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. Top dogs. Zachariah Critter House. Yep, that's an interesting place. Hey, man. You're going there next year. Nice. I do not use the Ouija board. I was coerced to play with the Ouija board at the beginning of my story, and I got oppressed by an evil spirit. I will never do that again. I'm going to be right near Moundsville, actually. Archive of the Afterlife. It's very close to Moundsville. I saw his haunted show on TV. Nice. Sean does. Yeah, I do not. I was born in Cal and heard that was tied to paranormal. So I haven't heard that. I'm guessing you cleanse a lot. I bless my place. I bless myself and do production prayers constantly. Yeah, I miss Periscope too. Khaleesi. What is actually, well, medium is, someone who can actually communicate with dead souls and ones that have transitioned into light. Just spiritual energies in general. And that comes with, like, you could feel the emotions of spirits. I can see balls of light. I see aura around things sometimes. I'll get imagery. That's clairvoyance. I mean, it comes with a bunch of stuff, but it's not like me, like, oh, I can predict the future. It's more of that communication, telepathic, imagery and words being sent. What should new investigators be careful about the most? Figuring out your protection because, you know, there's evil out there. It's a thrill ride. It is a thrill ride, but you can't treat it like it. You're going to, amusement park because there is huge stakes and risks that come along with it. That's why I always tell people to like read books on some of the pioneers during the time. That's what I did. The Warrens, John Zaffis, Ralph Sarchi. These are books that I read to help me encompass and formulate and mold my spirituality, who I am, the knowledge I have, and how I'm going to approach the paranormal. Yeah. Do you think generations past were more in tune to spirits? Yeah, absolutely. People are more open to that sort of thing. Yeah. But nowadays, there are more people being open to it too. So, people are starting to become more open to this stuff, the possibilities. The portal in the back of the Trumbull house. Yep. And the spirits actually told me about the portal in the back of the house, and the owner who's in the chat, he got scratched recently. But I do believe that there's a lot of spirits that go in and out of his property, and I'm not confident that there's a demonic infestation there. I just think that things linger around there, dependent on factors that you can speculate about. But it's an interesting place. It's very active. They got a lot of stuff swirling around the place, in and out. That's right, Deb. 100%. So anyone else have any great questions tonight, guys? And I'm glad to answer these to my best knowledge and help and share, and then again give more life to the investigations and see how I do things as well. I've had many premonitions where someone is about to die or is in danger of dying. There's a lot of people that have something like that. I have not researched that. No. Do you use phone apps as a part of your tools? Are they accurate? I believe spirits can manipulate anything that's electrical, and anything that I get results with, I will use. And having abilities like myself that I pick up psychically, and these things pick up words and say things that are connected to it, just like the spirit box, to me, that brings validity to what I'm using, and I will continue to use them because of that. Be objective about certain things. You don't want to say everything's paranormal, but use devices. Go out there and try to get evidence to find out if it's something that is ringing true and bringing you evidence. Yeah, watch the documentary. They're both released. Sean, what do you do if you go to a place and the owners say to you, "Do not help spirits cross over"? Are you talking about like a public place where they don't allow that? When your human body dies, you're a ball of consciousness. You don't have a physical body anymore. Most of the time, sorry to hear your dad pass from COVID. My condolences. That's horrible. But when you don't have a physical body, you're a ball of consciousness, and that's why apparitions, in my opinion, are rare because they're projecting outwards to what a spirit looks like or looked like in life, and it takes a lot of energy to probably do that. My ex had that happen, and as long as I told someone that the bad stuff didn't happen. When I was younger, someone made me believe that Ouija boards were like toys. Nope. Now, mind you, it's not the Ouija board per se, it's us, your intent. I could carve on this table right now letters and numbers and take a pint glass and do the same exact thing. You're energizing an inanimate object to inadvertently move with the spirit, in my opinion, could lead to some sort of channeling, and that's why it's so dangerous, in my opinion. You've come across uncomfortable feelings towards a person passing through your day. Yes, definitely happened, Deb. Switzerland and gate, it's entering but evil. Interesting. Maybe with prayers and holy water, can a portal be closed? It can under certain circumstances, but sometimes it can be a little complicated. There's a lot of layers to spiritual hauntings. James, awesome. What'd you think? I hear people talk about white sage. Is there anything to now? People use sage, and I know people use sage and stuff like that to get rid of negativity. But in my experience, when it comes to true demonic stuff, they will laugh at sage. Things will get worse, So I use things of religious significance all the time. But people go into the house and burn the sage, just to feel like they're living in a safe house. It can help to a degree, but if it's something serious, you're going to need more than that. Yes, at a public place. I went to a place that the owner did not want. I've experienced that too, Bill. Too. It's unfortunate. I mean, I consider souls just like we are, and they're looking for help. You can't really do anything about that, I guess. Nice, James. Well, James, really appreciate if you can leave us a written review about the documentary on IMDb. Just type in "Devil Down South." Really appreciate if you can do that. Look forward to your release as well. I have medium abilities. This is something that I do too, but other people I've worked with have abilities too. Yeah, a lot of public places don't like it because that's their money. I've been to quite a few haunted hospitals. I know a lot of people that use crystals, and I believe they can retain energy for sure. I've grown up with dogs, but I don't have any animals right now. It's a Q&A, machine guts, yes. I have a unique ability to read auras. That is unique and it's cool. A portal can potentially be closed, but not a guarantee. There are ways that you can try to have it happen. My house had spirits in it, and once I was pregnant, they started attacking me, throwing things at me. Well, maybe because of the child birth. People use tarot cards as a guiding light to their abilities. I know a lot of people that do. They can be a little risque too, and there have been cases where negative energy can be latched onto these cards and affect people too. Um, but people use stuff, um, and they can get stuff from using tarot cards. Thank you, Morgan. Have you encountered people, beings that you come into contact with feel completely drained? Yes. Well, they have negative energy around them, so you can pick up on that. It can be very draining to be around people, or even spirits or people can drain you just being around them if they're lower vibrational frequency currently. Yes, we all have gifts. The P go ahead and turn up. Yep, 100%. Yeah, I know plenty of people that use all different methods. Sounds good, Southern Girl. Which video is that? I hear you. Thanks for the new follows, guys. I've had a demon activity in the past, but went away for a while. But now we're renovating our home. Yeah. Hello, Shauna. Well, there's different sections of the religion that is judgmental on people. I mean, I don't think that's what God wants us to do at all. I found it on Etsy and got it blessed by Ralph's Relic of the True Cross that Jesus was crucified on. Um, well, I think it's really important to ground yourself. So if you encounter people, negative energies, figure out a way to ground. I do it in the shower. I figure out my feet as roots in the ground, going deep in the ground. You imagine white light all around your body. I inhale through my nose. Imagine white light as positivity. Exhale imagine all the negativity is black smoke. I do it 3 times and announce I am grounded and I'm of this earth and surrounded by the white light of Jesus Christ. It releases me from, some of the stuff that can latch onto you from the day, people, and spirits that you encounter. You can watch the documentary scarenetwork.tv. That's the website, and you can mirror it to your TV. Watch Maleficent and Devil Down South. And if you want to download the app, if you have Fire Stick, you can download for free and rent it right from there as well, or on Apple. I believe the app works. I've already downloaded it on my Fire Stick, so I know it's there and I know it works. If you have any issues, I'd be glad to help you. Email me because I would love for you to see it and get your feedback. Can you repeat that again? What do you do in the shower? Yes, Melissa. I stand in the shower. Imagine your feet as roots going deep in the ground, and you inhale through your nose. Imagine all the white light positivity going through your body, and then exhale. Imagine all the negativity is black smoke. I do it 3 times, and then I say out as I imagine the white light all around me. I say I am grounded and I'm of this earth, surrounded by the white light of Jesus Christ. This releases me from all the daily stuff that I go through. Well, the P gland is what a lot of people believe where your psychic ability is able to tap in. There's not not in the Devil Down South, Maleficent. There is live investigation footage and professional footage. People witnessed some of the stuff that happened in Maleficent. It's a terrifying story as well. Demonic, crazy shit. Have you heard of the 12D shield? I don't think so. Okay. Have a good night, paranormal lover. Thank you, James. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. If you write a review on IMDb, you just search the movie and do that for us. Yeah, absolutely, Southern Girl. Let me know what you think. Those are really 2 crazy experiences and cases of mine over the years. Things can come home with you, yes, Melissa. Boy, can they ever. Any advice for intuitives? Well, again, man, you got to learn how your abilities are, because if you're not aware of what your abilities are and how to use them, then there are going to be spirits around you that will manipulate that inexperience to their advantage and try to get energy out of you that could be negative. Hello, Lillian. The thing that irritates me is when they go through me starting at the top and go through me to the feet. Yeah. I will do something again, Sarah, something local tomorrow, but I also got to do hacking tomorrow. Um, but I will do a little live investigation tomorrow, and then I'm off to Ohio on Friday, and that's where the crazy investigations, the locations we have, start Friday night. I got to drive 8 hours. Have a good night, Marlene. Evening, Savannah. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Southern Girl. Thank you, Nick. Ghost emojis for Nick. Much appreciative, man. Thank you, Jukes. I gotta call you guys by the screen names. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting there trying to pronounce shit. Um, yeah, I will. Thank you. It's gonna be a wild ride, and glad for you guys to be here and be watching this stuff, because I know there's a lot of new people. So no problem, Kelly. Glad to do so. Sorry you're scared. Not typically just that random people just all come investigate. I try to do events at places, a bunch of people can investigate with me. You have businesses that do ghost tours, and what is your opinion on these? I've done ghost tours. I mean, they're interesting if you're into finding out information. Maybe you can have a little experience. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to ever experience anything, but I'm intrigued. I hear you. What's the best way to protect myself from paranormal activity? Well, I'm Catholic, and I use my faith to protect me. Protection prayers and all. Shadow people usually stick to one family. We had one reoccur stuff from. No, but they'll target certain individuals for reasons, maybe because their history. They're just a good target in general because they know of their history, something that they invited in. It could be many different reasons. Hey, Tammy. Ever heard of the haunting in Baldwinsville, New York on Whiskey Hollow Road? They said the road is closed at night. I think it sounds familiar, but sounds interesting. Thank you, Stephanie. Um, yeah, I know. I never have a dull investigation. Like something happens. To be honest with you, I don't think I have a boring investigation. There's usually something interesting in it, but sometimes it's crazier than others. Awesome, Terry. Well, welcome. Yeah, April. That would be cool. Um, yeah, great questions, guys. Try to not miss any of them. We have several old buildings in our town that's haunted. They do tours during Halloween. Very cool. You know why 8 years old I would see the black figure? I've never forgotten it. When you're a child, you're fresh from the spirit realm. You have not been contaminated with the rational perspectives of your impressionable mind. Your natural psychic gifts are at a higher level, and the spirits know this, and you're able to see stuff um, a lot more proficiently. We start to lose some of that as we get lost within the environments that we grow up in. How do you deal with demons? It depends. Well, what are we talking about? An infestation? I mean, I go to people's houses, and if they're dealing with human spirits, I would try to cross them over, pray for them, and then I would bless the home and try to clear any negativity that may come with that type of haunting. If I believe that there's an inhuman, genuine demonic infestation going on in the home, I would perform the exorcism ritual on the house or the location and try to displace the diabolical force outward so, they can live on happily in their home. But if you're dealing with demons in general, it's just faith. I mean, you're dealing with fallen angels here. So I did my first investigation and got word responses through an app. They all made sense to the area. Not surprising. Are vivid dreams of one of those of ones that have passed another way? They communicate. Yes, I mean they definitely can be. Pay attention to them. Now, can alcohol make it easier to be open to possession? I think alcohol can open you up to negativity because you're lowering your vibration, indulging. I think on some nights where I've drank a lot, I've definitely had some creepy stuff happen to me. Um, you know, a night or two afterwards. So yeah, family of six and all had our own experience. Well, it seems like you're all open. Thanks, guys, for the thumbs up and the likes. I'm just trying to make sure. How do you tell the difference between shadow people and demon? Again, you just have to depend on the experience. A shadow, it still could be a human being, a human soul. Um, you know, demonic spirits can shapeshift into human forms, but it's usually not perfect. But if it's a demonic spirit, you would realize that the activity was starting to increase and be negative more and more and more. You'd be experiencing characteristics to its specific um, manifestations that would be going on. The scratching on the walls, the physical scratches, the attacks, the recurring nightmares. Moving physical objects that not even a human could do by an invisible force. Foul smells that have no rational explanation for it. Anything of that nature would be going along with some of the things that I would consider legitimately demonic. Thank you for the rose, April. Never provoke a demon. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Love and Jay. Yep. And again, thank you guys if you're just new for the welcome, for the new follows and stuff. Yeah, I told you need to praise. Oh boy. Yes, that was a good investigation. Love the Shanley Hotel. Been there many times. I'm sure I'll go back. Wrote about that in my second book. Think you would like to explore further into the spirits? Can you recommend either app or box? Well, I love the SB7. As you see, I can use it just to get started. And I use Spiritus, SBIRITUS. I don't know if it's on Apple, but I have a Galaxy phone. That's what I've been using right now. I've been getting really interesting results. I'm not a priest. No. Bought $10 worth of something. How do I give them to Sean? Thanks, Nick. Right now, I'm just doing paranormal music. It's been a weird last couple of years. So I'm trying to busy myself and do everything I can and involve myself only with my passions. But who knows what the future holds? I've done some new projects and stuff, but we'll see what happens. Yep, I know about the CB Hollow convention. I mean, right now, I'm kind of doing my own thing. Um, but thank you for the rose, Nick. They have so many weird, intricate little gifts on here. I randomly looked at it and I'm just like, damn, there's like 100 gifts. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna do some music lives and play some songs for you guys too, so you get a little bit about my music too. I'm really excited to be going to record in Nashville again. It's gonna cost me an arm and a leg, to say the least. Um, Thanks, Nick. Um, but one of them, it's the inspiration why I'm going is because of a paranormal experience I had. Most beautiful thing that connected with the spirit involving the writing of my song. And I think people will be able to see that experience and hear about it at some point. And it's really beautiful. And um, I'm recording a few songs in November. So definitely. My music sounds like Goo Goo Dolls, Switchfoot, Pearl Jam. Those are bands that I love, and I try to write music that really just means something to me. It's emotional, inspirational, it gives me chills. And I definitely have a few of those songs that I'm going to be fully producing that I'm really excited about. Something that I did before I got involved in the paranormal, and um, I love creating music, and it's a release, and it's always been my invisible therapist throughout the years of just be able to create and write about it. Yeah, for sure, Morgan. Thank you, Julia. Appreciate it. That's right, James. Peeking around corners, scratching noises, as of yet. Hmm. Thank you, Sandy. Yes, my music is on YouTube. Check it out. I've never seen that one before, Nick. That's cool. The TikTok gun. That's great. Thanks, man. I will be live. Insane. I will definitely do a live tomorrow. A little live investigation local, like I did today. And then this weekend's when I drive to Ohio when we have locations set up and we have for the night Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yes, animals definitely see spirits, no question. I see that, Nick. Really great questions tonight. I live in a small town, and it's possible for the whole town to have bad things attached. I've heard things like that for sure, where like weird things just happen in small towns. I mean, for sure, it's possible if there's a huge consensus going on. Thank you, Amber. Any advice on how to deal with a family member's spirit who is aggressive towards males in the home? How do you know it's your family member? They might want you to think that's really your family member, so they can allow to keep doing what they're doing. Nice, Nick. Um, a lot of child spirits, on and off, but some of them I don't think they're really, you know, children. Obviously, you can see. Tweety, what's up? Just like the other night when I was TikToking in the cemetery, and I told you I saw a black ball of energy. I ran over there and I said, "You're not allowed to attack me in the name of Jesus Christ." And a little kid's voice came through and said, "Don't pray." That was no kid. That was creepy. Your cameras detour paranormal stuff. What? Me. It's definitely not a little girl. Nick, you're having a blast, man. I'd love for someone to look at it. Look at what? My 2-year-old grandchild definitely communicates with spirits. Um, well, as Ed Warren would say, if they see something evil or negative, they're scared. Say, in the name of God, how can I help you? And if they mean any ill intent, they should scurry away. But to all embrace, have your child embrace what they see and don't isolate them, because that separation could, use they could use that as an advantage to do whatever they're trying to do if it's not for a good reason. Yeah, such enthusiasm, Nick. I have a really alarming piece of evidence that I've never showed to the public. What's that? Scariest thing I've ever seen is someone say those words. Ooh, sorry, man, you got to do it by the dollar. It's really weird. Yeah, right. I. It is weird. It's hilarious. But yeah, guys, this has been great. Glad to give some more stuff. Talked about how to deal with a child that can communicate and you are supporting, but they get scared of. You just have to encourage them and tell them how not to be scared, what not to be frightened of. That this stuff is real, but embrace what they're seeing. How best should I guide my daughter with gifts? At what age is it appropriate to teach? How old's your child? I mean, if they're a child, just you know, you have to tell them that don't make them feel like they're seeing something that's not there. That's the part where you know you got to be like, okay, as if this stuff's real. Um, I think 8 years old, she might be starting to understand stuff. Just pay a close attention to see how she's interacting with the stuff. See what kind of information she's saying. If she's starting to say stuff and you feel concerned, then that might be a good time to actually start to teach her. I think that would be something naturally for the parent to discover, depending on what's happening for the child during its, you know, during the child's, years of growing up. Because if something scary's happened, then you're gonna have a serious talk with them and try to, you know, comfort them in that way. But if it's naturally happening and little things happen, just encourage it, embrace it with them, and play it out, by ear. Have you ever experienced a voice telling you what happens in the future? Yes, Nick, definitely. On my YouTube channel, the ghosts predicted live on Periscope a year and a half before Ghost Loop happened that Ghost Loop was going to happen on TV, new series, a year and a half before it happened. I had 1,000 witnesses that day, and I don't know if you were one of them. That's just one example, and that video is proof of it. But I've had things whispered to me regarding that as well. Susan, have a great night. Well, it seems like it's in the family. Yeah, yeah, it's on my YouTube. I believe deja vu is something from your life chart. You come here with a life chart before you come here. Um, it's a kind of the mission for your soul. And you have free will that takes you off a little off course sometimes, but at that one given moment, it's a snapshot replica to your life chart. There's no conception of time in the spirit realm. And that's how we're able to actually associate and connect to that. And that's where you're aligned right with that, your life chart. And that's why I believe it's recognizable to you. When you're passing someone and you have a bad feeling, do you ever stop and try to help them? When you're passing someone. Yeah, I've definitely done that. I had a couple of drinks at couple of bars before I made some people cry. Like they gave a message from their loved one. This weird things happen. Deja vu is a common topic. Yes, it is, Sarah. The mist from the cemetery. I know. Yep. The apparition I caught on my TikTok and where the Evan Ray Warren are buried. It's on pinned to the top of my TikTok. Do you see a spike in paranormal stuff going on? The more people are open to it, the more people believe in it. Acknowledgement increases, and more people mess around with stuff and are ignorant with stuff and invite stuff in. It's gonna increase. I believe it. Me myself. I was doing a little TikTok video just showing where I was, and I just saw this crazy mist go right by my camera. And not until I tried to create the thumbnail and I slowed it down, I realized it was a full apparition that glided by my camera and like it intercepted some sort of dark spirit. That's what I believe happened, and you can see it in slow motion when it happens. I've never, yes, Sarah. When I was oppressed after coming back from Bobby Mackey's, where I'm going back on Monday many years ago after I played with the Ouija board, coerced to play with it, I was looking at my computer and the top of my feet were bleeding. One foot was red and bleeding, and the other was had three scratches on it, and there was blood coming out the top of my foot. And my sister looked at me. She's like, "What the hell is that? The stigmata?" I'm like, "I don't know." Then I got my car. I know it was in my car, and it was written initials inside my windshield. It was raining out. JS. Hello from Boise, Idaho. Well, you can be here in the live investigation on TikTok or YouTube. The only thing I can interpret what JS was is that Johanna, the girl that was committed suicide after her father killed her boyfriend that impregnated her and she was in love with, was maybe her. She was known to follow men home, and no one knows her last name. That's the only thing I could have connected to it. I've had a spirit say my name, gave me chills. Yep, many times, many times. I've had it happen so many times. It's like inhaling, exhaling oxygen at this point. Just like it did tonight, scream my name through like 10 radio channels. I download a couple of recording apps. Is that dangerous to just? Well, I mean, don't be doing it in your house, man. You want to invite something that wasn't there before. Count on Deb. Um, nice. Again, guys, welcome. If you're new, give me a follow. Crazy live investigations of haunted spots coming up here live on TikTok and YouTube. My mom saw it did too in the mirror, and she said, "Check on him. He was sleeping with nosebleed." Yeah, nosebleeds. Thank you, Vicky. Definitely. Well, guys, I'm a little tapped out. I didn't sleep well last night. I'm gonna get good rest tomorrow. I'm gonna do a live investigation a little bit local again tomorrow for a little bit, and again hype up. Sage, I was telling people before, just to clear your house of some negativity. But if it's something serious, you're gonna need something better than that. That's why I use things of religious significance. I've been to Texas, investigated on the show Ghost Loop. We did 2 episodes in Texas. Yeah, absolutely, man. James, no problem. Thank you. Appreciate that. Crazy encounters over the years. Yes, thank God you have them on YouTube. Yeah, I know, Scooter Pie, right? Absolutely, Keyshawn. Glad you're finding it interesting. And I'll try to do as many of these as I can in between the investigations coming up. But it's going to be crazy road trip to hell this weekend. And I will be keeping up doing a lot of TikToks and jumping on doing Q&As and YouTube as well, on and off. Thank you, Julie, so much. No problem, Sarah. Um, thank you guys so much. Everyone, have a wonderful night. God bless. Be safe. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Definitely, Nick.